Alex is the youngest in a family that did everything right, at least by the rules of their time. His parents, David and Susan, worked hard, bought a home in their 20s and believed in the promise that effort would be rewarded. Their eldest, Sarah, followed suit university, a stable job, a house of her own. Alex was raised with the same expectations, but his reality is starkly different. The path that seemed so clear for his family is now overgrown and uncertain. His parents offer advice rooted in a world that no longer exists. Just save more, find a better job. They see a smart son struggling to launch, not realizing the rules have changed. The family story, once a tale of progress, is now fractured by generational misunderstanding. Alex is living the consequence of a broken promise, caught between past certainties and present anxieties. The silent gap at family gatherings is a reminder the world he inherited is not the one his parents built. Alex's world is confined to his small city apartment, his life tethered to screens. His phone is his alarm, his boss, and his only social outlet. He juggles gig assignments, messages, and a digital calendar from the moment he wakes. Friends are icons, conversations are texts, and real connection is rare. The city outside is vibrant, but Alex is only an observer. His devices are not luxuries, they're lifelines, essential for work and survival. Technology promises freedom, but really it's a leash to relentless digital labor. Surrounded by millions, he feels profoundly alone. Every interaction is transactional, efficient, and empty. The hum of his refrigerator is often the loudest sound in the room. In a world always connected, Alex is more isolated than ever. Most of Alex's income vanishes on rent for a tiny apartment in the city. The dream of home ownership is a fantasy. Saving for a down payment is impossible when rent eats more than half his earnings. Property prices are astronomical, belonging to another reality. His apartment is a temporary holding space, not a home. He avoids investing in his space, knowing he could be forced to move at any time. This impermanence erodes his sense of belonging and security. His parents don't understand. For them, rent was a step toward ownership, not a financial trap. They suggest moving somewhere cheaper, not realizing that would mean losing access to work. The conversation always ends in frustrated silence. Alex pays a mortgage-sized rent for a place he'll never own. Alex doesn't have a job, he has jobs. His work is a patchwork of gigs, graphic design, delivery, data entry, all managed through apps. The supposed freedom of gig work is an illusion. He's at the mercy of algorithms that control his income and hours. No sick pay, no holidays, no pension. If he's not working, he's not earning. The pressure is constant, the insecurity unrelenting. He can never plan ahead. His financial horizon is only as long as his next invoice. His parents, with their stable careers, can't grasp this reality. They ask when he'll get a real job, not seeing the complexity and stress of his hustle. For Alex, this is the new normal, a maze of insecurity with no clear exit. Every day is a scramble to survive, not to thrive. The gig economy offers flexibility, but at the cost of stability. Alex is a tiny cog in a machine that values efficiency over people. Alex holds a university degree, once a ticket to a better life. Encouraged by his parents, he believed education was the key to security, but his degree came with crushing debt, far greater than his sister's manageable loan. A large chunk of his income goes to repayments for a credential that hasn't delivered on its promise. The jobs he finds don't require his degree, nor do they pay enough to justify its cost. He feels trapped by a decision made as a teenager, sold a dream that no longer exists. His sister entered a healthier job market. Alex entered a gig economy with a mountain of debt. It's not a difference in effort, but in timing. He's running the same race, but with a heavyweight his sister never had to carry. The promise of education has become another broken contract. Alex isn't poor in the traditional sense. He has technology, fashionable clothes, and a city address. But beneath the surface, he's trapped in a new kind of poverty, one of instability and constant anxiety. He has no savings, no safety net. A single emergency could upend his life. This poverty is invisible. Older generations see his phone and apartment and assume he's fine. They don't see the debt, the insecure work, or the rent that drains him. The treadmill never stops, and he's always one step from crisis. This isolation is compounded by shame. His struggles are hidden, misunderstood, and dismissed. For his parents, the future was a place of promise. For Alex, it's a fog of uncertainty. He's too busy surviving the present to plan for tomorrow. The hope for stability has been replaced by the urgent need to stay afloat. Family dinners are polite but tense, filled with talk of holidays and home renovations. Underneath, there's a deep disconnect. His parents' world of security is foreign to Alex. He listens, says little, and avoids explaining the gig economy's complexities. Their advice, ask for a raise, get a government job, misses the mark. The tension isn't from lack of love, but from a gulf in experience. His parents see his struggle as a phase, not a systemic failure. For them, struggle was a stepping stone. For Alex, the stones are gone. He shields them from his reality, knowing they can't truly understand. The silence between them is filled with unspoken questions and mutual frustration. Worlds that were once connected are quietly drifting apart. Alex's story is not unique. It's the quiet reality of a generation adrift in economic uncertainty. The system that holds him back was built over decades, prioritizing short-term gains over long-term stability. The social contract that bound generations together has been broken. The ladder of opportunity has been pulled up, leaving many stranded. The tension between Alex and his parents mirrors a larger societal fracture. Older generations see a lack of grit. Younger ones see lost opportunity and inherited instability. Blame is diffuse, lost in the machinery of modern capitalism. Alex's struggle is a symptom of a society that's lost its way. The real question isn't why Alex is struggling, but what choices led us here and who made them.